ordered federal forces to take over the city's police department and reduce crime in what the president called, without substantiation, a lawless city. Mayor Muriel Bowser says the goal is to make this work.
How we got here, or what we think about the circumstances. Right now, we have more police, and we want to make sure we're using them.
The law lets the president control the D.C. Police Department for a month, but how aggressive that federal presence will be remains an open question. European Union leaders are urging President Trump to defend their own security interest when he meets with Vladimir Putin this week.
The president's agreement to even have the meeting has unnerved many leaders who fear what Putin may convince him to do.
This is a profoundly alarming moment for Europe.
Security analyst Nigel Gould-Davies says Putin might persuade the president to end the war by accepting Russian sovereignty over parts of Ukraine and either ease or lift sanctions. European leaders worry about being sidelined at the meeting Friday and want to make Ukraine's case first. The president yesterday said he'll listen.
I'm going to get everybody's ideas. I go into that thing fully loaded right up there.
A White House official says the president will take part in a German-organized virtual meeting about Ukraine tomorrow. Sagar Magani, Washington.
County leaders in Uvalde, Texas released body camera video and documents detailing the agonizingly slow law enforcement response in 2022 during one of the deadliest classroom attacks in U.S. history. It left 19 students and 2 teachers dead. The video shows parents making their way to a fence near the school and yelling at officers to do something. This is AP News. Video appears to show the moment a Palestinian activist is killed as an Israeli settler opens fire.
Talking to the AP, Israeli rights group B'Tselem's Sarit Mihaly says the video clearly shows Israeli settler Yinon Levi firing a gun toward the person filming.
The shocking footage released by B'Tselem yesterday shows the settler Yinon Levi shoot at Oda Adalin, and immediately the filming stops as Oda collapses on the floor.
B'Tselem says it obtained the video from the family of 31-year-old Auda Hafalin, a local activist who was shot and killed on July 28 and who then said had filmed it. Levi was released from house arrest days later by an Israeli court which cited lack of evidence. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
More information at apnews.com. I'm Ed Donahue, AP News.
All right, parents, listen up. The Salem Four Rivers Back to School Bash is Tuesday, August 13th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 601 South MacArthur Avenue. It's the one-stop shop to get your kids ready for school. Sports physicals, immunizations, well-child checks, dental evaluations, even help with Medicaid applications and local resources. Plus, every kid seen gets school supplies, a CSU's custard voucher, and a shot at some awesome giveaways. Appointments are great, but walk-ins are totally welcome. Don't miss it.
Ready to elevate your everyday? Quince has the luxe staples insiders swear by, minus the markup. From 100% European linen styles and 14-karat gold jewelry to gorgeous leather bags and elevated home finds, Quince has it all. And by partnering directly with top artisans and ethical factories, Quince delivers premium quality at half the cost of similar brands. Discover everyday luxury without the markup at Quince. Go to quince.com/style upgrade for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/style upgrade.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at your noon hour weather forecast. We do have a 50-50 chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 2 this afternoon. We'll be partly sunny with a high near 89, and our heat index value will be as high as 94. We'll have southwesterly winds 5 to 7 miles per hour. Then tonight we have a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 11 p.m. tonight. We'll be partly cloudy with a low around 66 with a light and variable wind. Tomorrow we have a slight chance of showers, then a chance of showers and thunderstorms after 10 tomorrow morning. Chance of precipitation for tomorrow is 40%. The day will be mostly sunny with a high near 85 with a light northerly wind. Then tomorrow night, skies will be partly cloudy with a low around 65 with calm winds. Thursday should be sunny with a high near 88. We'll have a light southeasterly wind on Thursday. Thursday night should be mostly clear with a low around 67. Then Friday will be sunny and hot. Our high temperature on Friday is forecasted to be 93 degrees. Friday night, skies will be mostly clear with a low around 69 degrees, then sunny and hot on Saturday with a high temperature near 94. Saturday night it'll be mostly clear with a low temperature around 70 degrees. Then Sunday, sunny and hot with a high near 94 again for the second day in a row. Sunday night's forecast to be partly cloudy with a low around 69, and Monday, well, sounds like a broken record, but it is. Sunny and hot is the forecast for Monday with a high temperature again near 94 degrees for the third day in a row. And that is your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. Last year around this time, I did a program that opened with just keeping things in perspective. At that point, the number on my mind was $35 trillion. A year later, it's time for an update, 36.2 trillion. That many seconds equals about 1.15 million years. Start counting at the dawn of the Stone Age and you'd still be at it. In hay terms, 36.2 trillion pounds makes about 30.17 million large round bales. That's enough to stack coast to coast, stories high. At 93 million miles to the sun, you could go 388 round trips with 36.2 trillion miles. To grow 36.2 trillion bushels of corn, you'd need 204.5 billion acres. That's 5 times the land mass of the planet Earth. It would take over 99,000 years to spend at $1 million a day. 36.2 trillion pennies weigh 199.1 billion pounds and would fill more than 138,000 semi-trailers. 36.2 trillion eggs make 72.4 trillion deviled halves, enough to cover Rhode Island in nearly 4 feet of eggs. That's also enough water to supply the United States for 88 years, or the world for 33. As of June of 2025, 36.2 trillion is the U.S. national debt. Just keeping things in perspective. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
Brownfield Ag News has a new podcast that focuses on the latest advancements and breakthroughs in the agricultural sector. This weekly podcast features interviews about cutting-edge technologies, practices, and research that are transforming farming and food production. Each episode delves into the latest developments in the field, offering insights into how new innovations are reshaping farming, improving efficiency, and addressing global challenges. The program aims to keep agricultural professionals, researchers, and enthusiasts informed about the rapidly evolving field of agriculture. By highlighting new technologies and practices, it helps listeners stay ahead of industry trends and make informed decisions about adopting innovations in their own work. The Innovations in Agriculture podcast is available in the Agra America podcast directory or wherever you get your podcasts.
Can we take a moment to celebrate the McDonald's under $3 McValue menu? Where else can you score golden small fries for under $3? Or sip on a uniquely refreshing Dr. Pepper? Or grab the iconic ranch snack wrap for just $2.99? That's right, the snack wraps you love are here. And they're part of McValue, too. All your favorites, all for under $3 each. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Dr. Pepper is a registered trademark of Dr. Pepper 7-Up, Inc.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out the Salem United Methodist Church, Dent County Health Center, and the local on 4th Street, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
A slow start for direct cash cattle business and cash hogs ended the day higher. Good morning, I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct cash cattle trade activity is off to a typically quiet start to the week. Show lists are mixed. Higher in Kansas, Nebraska, and Colorado, but lower in Texas. Bids and asking prices didn't surface Monday. If business follows the trend of recent weeks, significant trade volume isn't expected until sometime Thursday or Friday. At mid-session at the Oklahoma National Stockyards, feeder steers were $10 to $15 higher, except steers weighing more than 800 pounds, which were mostly steady to $3 lower. Feeder heifers were $5 to $10 higher. Steer calves were steady to $4 higher, and heifer calves weighing less than 500 pounds were $4 to $8 lower. Heifer calves weighing more than 500 pounds were $5 higher. The USDA says demand was very good for all weights and classes. Medium and large one feeder steers, 662 to 689 pounds, brought $371 to $394. Medium and large one feeder heifers, 551 to 584 pounds, brought $371 to $386. Box beef closed sharply higher with solid demand for light offerings. Choice was up $268 at $381.52. Select was $452 higher at $359.61. Estimated cattle slaughter was 103,000 head, up 2,000 on the weekend, down more than 7,000 on the year. Cash hogs closed higher with a fairly light negotiated run. Processors started the week a bit more aggressive than usual in their procurement efforts and bid up to move numbers. The industry continues to watch both global demand for U.S. pork and domestic demand. Both have maintained strength through the summer and are providing some price support. However, there are ongoing concerns about market stability. Barrows and gilts at the National Daily Director up $1.52 with a weighted average of 108.25. The Western Corn Belt was $2.18 higher with a weighted average of 108.63. Both the Iowa, Minnesota, and the Eastern Corn Belt were not reported due to confidentiality. Pork values closed higher, up $1.69 at 119.09. Bellies were sharply higher Monday. And estimated hog slaughter was 482,000 head, up 57,000 on the weekend, down more than 2,000 on the year. At the CME, live cattle were up and feeders were mostly higher ahead of the week's direct business. And lean hog futures closed mostly higher, supported by strong pork values during the session. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
Success on the farm starts with knowing what works for your land and what resources can help it thrive. At ASA's Farmer Forum, you'll learn how conservation programs can boost your bottom line and your soil health. Connect with crop advisors and conservation program experts to explore programs tailored to your operation. And the best part, it's free. And if you attend the event, you can receive a free ticket to the Farm Progress Show. Join us on August 25th at the Mount Zion Convention Center in Decatur, Illinois. Register today at soygrowers.org.
We arrived at the scene, and the job, like everyone before, was executed flawlessly, leaving us with more questions than answers.
It was time to bring in the big guns.
You don't mean?
Yeah, John Deere Bale documentation.
All the data, one location. It was the answer to everything. Visit johndeere.com/Bale documentation for more information.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Lanier Brian Cox, age 66 of Salem, passed away Tuesday, August 5th. Celebration of Life services for Lanier Cox will be this afternoon at 3 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Lanier Cox will also be this afternoon, starting at 1 o'clock and continuing till 3 at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. And all arrangements for Lanier Brian Cox of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Dwight Dean Reed, age 68 of Viburnum, passed away Saturday, August 9th. Funeral services for Dwight Reed will be at 11 o'clock Wednesday, August 13th at the Wilson Mortuary by Burnham Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Dwight Reed will be this afternoon and evening starting at 5 and continuing till 7 at the Wilson Mortuary by Burnham Chapel. And visitation will again be tomorrow morning at 10 prior to the service time at 11. Graveside services will be held tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock at the Oddfellow Cemetery, Park Hills, Missouri. And all arrangements for Dwight Dean Reed of Viburnum are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Viburnum. Florence Gomez Reagan of St. Peter's passed away August 9th at the age of 88 years. Graveside services for Florence Gomez Reagan will be on Wednesday, August 13th at 1:30 in the afternoon at the Rollins City Cemetery. And all arrangements for Florence Gomez Reagan of St. Peter's are under the direction of the James Garr Mortuary of Rolla. Trevor Anthony James Dooley, age 20 of Salem, passed away Thursday, August 7th. Funeral services for Trevor Dooley will be Thursday at 10 o'clock in the morning at the Walking Faith Ministries on Highway 19 north of Salem. Visitation for family and friends of Trevor Dooley will be Wednesday afternoon and evening from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Burial will be in the Acres Cemetery. Memorial contributions may be made to help with final expenses. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Trevor Anthony James Dooley of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Terry Lee Sidwell passed away Wednesday, August 6th at the age of 73 years. Funeral services for Terry Lee Sidwell will be Thursday, August 14th at 1 in the afternoon at the Rolla Chapel of James Garr Mortuary. Visitation for family and friends of Terry Lee Sidwell will also be on Thursday from 11 o'clock until service time at 1 o'clock. And it will be in the Ozark Memorial Gardens. And all arrangements for Terry Lee Sidwell are under the direction of the James Garr Mortuary of Rolla. Stanley Ray Nelson, age 68 of Salem, passed away Monday, August 11th. Funeral services for Stanley Nelson will be Friday afternoon at 2 at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Stanley Nelson will be from noon until service time at 2 on Friday. Burial will be in the Dry Fork Cemetery. And all arrangements for Stanley Ray Nelson of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. June Marie Dodd Vickery, age 92 of Columbia, passed away Wednesday, July 30th. Memorial services for June Vickery will be Saturday afternoon, August 16th at 3:30 at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of June Vickery will also be on Saturday from 2 until service time at 3:30. Memorial contributions may be made in memory of June Vickery to the Dent County Museum. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for June Marie Dodd Vickery of Columbia are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements, and it was brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free!
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem campus. SBU's Salem campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Denton County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The City of Salem Board of Aldermen will hold a workshop today at 5:30 before their regular meeting, where they will discuss vacant buildings within the community. During their regular meeting, the board will hold a public hearing to discuss the annexation of property in the 1,000 to 1,200 block of West Roosevelt, Adams Street, and the 2025 tax rates. The board will then approve the agenda and consent agenda and hear public comments. They will then hear first and second readings of Bill number 3682 regarding conflicts of interest, Bill number 3684 regarding Phase 2A improvements at the wastewater treatment facility, and Bill number 3683 regarding the 2025 tax levy. New business items include discussion and approvals related to the city's demolition policy, a mobile home park license, and multiple equipment purchases such as paint sprayer, street lights, a transformer, wastewater shoring equipment, and a new desktop computer. Reports from city officials will be presented before the board enters a closed session to discuss legal matters and certain contract negotiations, followed by adjournment. At the Denton County Commission meeting on Monday, Dolores Gray Wood and Mary Beth Cook were in attendance to ask the commissioners to move the Denton County Courthouse birthday celebration from September to Saturday, October 4th, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. They asked permission to use the courthouse lawn, surrounding streets, provide electric, and allow them to monitor the parking areas. They also got business cards from each commissioner as a contact person for the event. The commission was good with the date change. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Keith Green said materials will be added where needed and grading done on Denton County Roads 4080, 5380, 5580, and 5360, while brush will be cut on County Road 5600. He also said a crew would be working with a riprap on Denton County Road 6580 to shore up the banks where washouts have occurred. District 2 Commissioner Jimmy Williams said workers will be adding rock and grading Denton County Roads 2020, 2030, 2040, and 4330, while other crew members will be changing the grader blades on grader number 37. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson had nothing to report, and Deputy Clerk Melissa Pyatt said payroll would be done. Denton County Collector Shannon Van Kirk came in and reported the cost of the software update for the Denton County Collector's Office to accommodate the senior tax credit came in at $13,500, which is about $5,000 less than expected. The County Commission approved paying the bill. The next meeting of the Denton County Commission will be Thursday morning at the courthouse at 9 o'clock, and the meeting will be open to the public. The Denton County Fire Protection District Board of Directors will meet this evening at the fire station at number 2 South Main in Salem. The meeting will begin at 6 o'clock with a call to order, roll call, and approval of the consent agenda, which will include review of the minutes, the financial report and approval of bills, and the budget review. The monthly reimbursement report will be reviewed, followed by old business, which will include the Fidelity CTI Tower lease, which was tabled last month. New business to be considered will include the tax rate hearing, MEC resolution, the sale of old trucks, and brush truck bids for equipment, beds, skid units, and lighting. Other new business items will include fuel cards, truck radio for truck number 8010, and budget requests. Chief Floyd will give his report, followed by setting the date for the next meeting. Prior to adjournment, the board will go into closed session to discuss personnel. Actually, I should have said the board may go into closed session to discuss personnel. A special waste collection for residential electronics, appliances, tires, and media storage will be held from 9 in the morning till noon on Saturday, September 13th in Salem at Salem Southwest Parking Lot, located at the corner of 3rd and Grand. the City of Salem, Merrimack Regional Planning Commission, and Dent County Commission, with funding through the Missouri Department of Natural Resources and Ozark River Solid Waste Management District, are partnering on the September 13th collection. The collection is for residential items only and is open to residents from Crawford, Dent, Gasconade, Marys, Phelps, Pulaski, and Washington counties. No materials from businesses will be accepted. Stoves, washers, dryers, hot water heaters, and other appliances will be collected free of charge. Free electronics also include computer components, laptop computers, keyboards, hair dryers, VCR/DVD players, cell phones, or anything that runs on a cord or battery. Oil and gas must be removed from tanks of any items such as push mowers, weed eaters, etc. All items must be free of debris. Media storage includes records, 8-track tapes, VHS tapes, cassette tapes, CDs, DVDs, floppy disk, external hard drives, and flash drives. Fees on certain items will be collected. For CRT TVs over 27 inches, projection screens, and wood console TVs, the fee will be $25. A fee of $20 will be collected for CRT TVs under 26 inches, $15 for flat screen TVs, $10 for all computer monitors and refrigerated appliances with Freon, and $5 for printers, scanners, or copiers. Fees for tire collection will be $2 for each of the passenger tires, $7.50 each for semi-truck tires, and $35 each for tractor tires. Tires on rims will be charged double. Electronics and appliances are recycled by Midwest Recycling Center, and tires are recycled through Champlin Tires. Media storage is being recycled through TerraCycle, a mail-in recycling service. If you'd like more information on items accepted or the fee structure, please contact Jill Hollowell at MRPC at 573-265-2993, extension 109, or at jhollowell at merrimackregion.org. The Missouri Department of Revenue has introduced a significantly upgraded version of its virtual assistant, Dora, adding our artificial intelligence capabilities to enhance customer service. First launched in 2019, Dora has been providing 24/7 assistance to Missourians on topics such as taxation, motor vehicles, and driving licenses. Since its debut, the chatbot has handled more than 11 million inquiries across 2.6 million sessions. The new AI-powered version expands Dora's abilities to address more complex questions while delivering faster and more accurate responses. Drawing on content from the DOR website, the system now offers broader, more relevant information tailored to customer needs. The enhancement also strengthens Dora's integration with the department's live chat service. This allows for quicker resolution of issues and enables a smooth transition to a live customer service representative when necessary. According to the department, the improvements are part of an ongoing effort to streamline operations, reduce costs, and provide more efficient public service. Residents can access the updated Dora platform by visiting dor.mo.gov. The City of Salem is inviting applicants for a range of critical municipal roles, offering an exciting opportunity for qualified individuals to contribute to the community's well-being. Most notably, the city is actively recruiting an electric line superintendent, a pivotal leadership position responsible for overseeing the operation, maintenance, and strategic development of Salem's electric distribution system. This full-time role, open until filled, requires a minimum of 8 years of lineman experience, at least 5 of which must be in a supervisory capacity, as well as journeyman lineman certification and a valid Missouri Class B CDL. The successful candidate must demonstrate strong leadership skills, regulatory and safety compliance, project management prowess, and ability to mentor and coordinate crews in both routine and emergency situations. Compensation ranges from $37.64 an hour to $44.99 an hour, depending on experience and qualifications. In addition to this specialized utility position, the city website lists 2 additional employment opportunities: a water department general labor and a seasonal cemetery maintenance maintenance worker. Prospective applicants are encouraged to consult the full job listings or contact the Public Works Director, Steve Payne, at 573-729-4811, extension 110, or via email at publicworks@salemo.com for more comprehensive information. Applicants should submit a resume, completed application, and copies of relevant certifications to Tammy Kohler, City Clerk, via email at cityclerk@salemo.com. Whether ensuring the reliability of the electric grid or supporting the water distribution infrastructure, these roles are foundational to community safety and quality of life. Ambitious professionals with relevant experience are encouraged to consider these opportunities promptly as the city continues its search until suitable candidates are selected. Well, that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU Salem Campus, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Drive to Feed Kids is a year-round effort by the agricultural community in Missouri to make a difference in the fight against hunger in our state. The Drive to Feed Kids kicks off in January with the 4-H Feeding Missouri campaign and continues with Hogs for Hunger. The effort culminates in August at the Missouri State Fair with FFA Food Insecurity Service Day and other packing events. Visit mofarmerscare.com/drive to learn more and join the effort.
After you use Bounce Dryer Sheets and realize how fresh, soft, less wrinkled, and less staticky your laundry can be, you'll put a sheet on it every time. Like those socks that smell like they've been through a marathon. Put a sheet on it. Or that blanket that's got wrinkles on its wrinkles. Put a sheet on it. Maybe even your chatty coworker who keeps distracting you. Okay, Bounce Dryer Sheets can't do it all. But for fresher, softer, better laundry, put a sheet on it with Bounce.
It is now time to take a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The St. Louis Cardinals and Colorado Rockies began a 3-game series yesterday. Late in the 8th inning, a Brendan Donovan double brought Garrett Hampson and Thomas Sagasi home. This proved to be the deciding play for a Cardinals 3-2 victory. Game 2 is tonight on KSMO Radio with pregame coverage beginning at 5:50 and the first pitch at 6:15. Kansas City Royals overwhelmed the Washington Nationals last night, scoring 7 runs on 10 hits and winning the game 7-4. They'll play again tonight with the first pitch at 6:40. And that has been a look at local and regional sports, brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
The Net Sports Report is brought to you by the Missouri Association of Natural Gas Operators. If you smell gas or hear a hissing sound, even if you're outside, go upwind and from a safe place, call 911.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. Pinch hitter Brendan Donovan's 2-run double in the bottom of the 8th was the difference as the Cardinals rally for a 3-2 win over the Colorado Rockies.
To go out there and for us to win that game tonight when our backs are against the wall, I mean, that's what we want to do. We want to answer back no matter the circumstance, and that's what we did tonight.
It went from good to bad to great because Cardinal starter Miles Michaelis took a no-hitter into the 6th inning and then in the 7th gave up 2 runs. And that's where the Cardinals found themselves down 2-1 to the Rockies before Donovan rallied for the win. They're now just 3 games out of the wild card spot. And a big 6th inning for the Royals. 2-run homers from Salvi Perez and Kyle Isbell turned a 2-run deficit into a 2-run lead. The Royals go on to win 7-4 over the Washington Nationals. They find themselves 4 back in the wild card race.
Every game's critical, obviously. We're hoping to get hot and win a lot of games, and it's a big homestand, but we just got to keep rolling.
The Chiefs play at Seattle Friday night. They've lost safety Deion Bush for the season with an Achilles tear. Head coach Andy Reid also said that wide receiver Hollywood Brown is making some progress. He's running again as he works his way back from ankle and foot injuries. Reed said picking the receivers for the final roster will be tough.
There's some good players there, and we'll just see how it sorts out here. We got a couple more games, a few more practices, so we'll see how it all sorts out before we have to make those cuts. But I'm pleased with what we have there.
Chiefs just coming off the practice field today. One more final practice in St. Joe tomorrow. And D2Football.com has released their preseason top 100 players, making the list from Missouri schools, Northwest Missouri State linebacker Carter Edwards and Missouri Western defensive back Desmond Green. Second-team defense, honorable mention, Truman State running back Denham Cook. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
The Missouri State Fair is underway. Make your first stop the Missouri Farm Bureau building for a 25-cent cup of ice-cold milk and a complimentary pair of 3D glasses. You can join the Ag Scouts for their 3D tour featuring an in-depth look at agriculture on the grounds. Help us celebrate all that Missouri's agriculture has to offer this week at the fair. Learn more about Missouri Farm Bureau and how it serves agriculture and our rural communities at mofb.org.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Your car steering wheel could be a ticking time bomb. At least 24 people have died and many more injured because their airbags fired shrapnel at them upon inflating. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. If you suffered cuts that required stitches, hearing or vision loss, or broken bones, please contact us today. You could be owed money for medical bills and other damages.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out, but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
Ooma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs. You sound very... Calm? I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees. Ooma. Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
We arrived at the scene, and the job, like everyone before, was executed flawlessly, leaving us with more questions than answers.
It was time to bring in the big guns.
You don't mean?
Yeah, John Deere Bale documentation.
All the data, one location. It was the answer to everything. Visit johndeere.com/Bale documentation for more information.
Here at KSMO Radio, it is now time for the news from the Missouri Net. Then stay tuned. I'll be back after the top of the hour with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
With news on Missouri Net, I'm Marshall Griffin. A shed and scoreboard collapsed on a Kansas City man's tent during a severe storm Sunday in southwest Iowa. KMA Radio in Shenandoah, Iowa reports the man was killed during the storm-related incident. Police identified 42-year-old Brian Sego as the victim. He was in Iowa for an annual bicycle race when the storm rolled through. A train and logistics company is expanding its Kansas City location, creating 85 jobs. Progress Rail is converting the plant into a remanufacturing site focused on rail car wheel sets and bearings. And gold and silver aren't just for vaults and collectors anymore. Missourians will soon be able to use them to pay for everyday purchases, from fast food to state taxes. The new law was backed by State Rep Bill Hardwick, a Republican from southern Missouri's Dixon.
What will make this special is that the Department of Revenue will have a means necessary where you can make payments to the state using this kind of gold and silver backed currency. And then we can have this paper denomination. And if a business wants to take it, no business has to do it.
This is Missouri Now.
Not everyone